So, what'd they die of?
Sarge, don't you think that's a little insensitive?
No, and don't call me Sarge.
It was obviously a hard-hitting case of Disney parent syndrome. Usually that only claims the mother.
That's not really the point of the episode, guys. My Little Pony, Perfect Pear, follows the Apple siblings as they learn more about their parents and the rest of their family. This is clearly meant to be a big, emotional episode, and it's largely very successful. But I need to address the elephant in the room. It's absolutely strange that this is the first time we've ever heard of Bright Mac and Pear Butter. Now, I know that's probably more the fault of the empty suits upstairs, but I think a mention of the names at some point earlier on in the season would have helped this moment to feel less awkward. Alright, let's look at the plot, shall we? The inciting incident is the arrival in town of one Grand Pear. This sends the Apples on a journey around town to get the scoop on their parents' history from the likes of Mrs. Cakes, that crazy cat lady, and Sam Elliott. The plot works because we're basically in the same position as AJ, Big Mac, and Apple Bloom. This is information the fandom has been speculating on since the show first started.
Will that matter after syndication, I wonder?
I can't say if the episode will have the same impact it does if you're a new viewer, but for longtime fans, every revelation is worth seeing. Now let's look at the heart of the episode, namely Bright Mac and Pear Butter. I'm not a romantic in any way, shape, or form, but I did like this one. And I think it's the stability that sells me on the relationship. Most of the time, it seems to me in romances, they tend to focus on the passionate beginnings of a relationship.
Not that you have a lot of experience with that, Private.
I like how comfortable they feel. Apple Mom and Apple Dad are non-pretentious, just simple, and that's just how it ought to be. At its heart, Perfect Pear is about family. And we get a very interesting view on another family member, Granny Smith. In a way, she's the antagonist of the story. Well, her and Grand Pear. It was surprising to see her as something other than the kindly old eccentric mother figure the Apple kids see her as. She could be strict, harsh, and just as intolerant as the hard-headed Pears. Likewise, it was neat to see what Mrs. Cake was like when she was young, and known as Chiffon Swirl. This actually kind of bugged me. How does the naming convention work in Equestria? Her name is Cupcake, so did she just completely change her name when she got married? Or has Cupcake been a nickname this whole time? Honestly, this was much better done with the Rich family. Spoiled milk became spoiled rich.
So where does Diamond Tiara fit?
I hate this naming convention sometimes. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in My Little Pony, Perfect Pear. On the good side, the episode has a solid, interesting plot, a strong emotional core, and sheds a whole new light on all the members of the Apple family. On the downside, the sudden appearance of the Apple parents could have been alleviated with a mention earlier on in the season, and I'm not sure the episode's powerful feels will hold up over the lifetime of the show. But still, I give My Little Pony, Perfect Pear a 4.5 out of 5. Now, if you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube. And find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.